The passage of recovery is supposed to be one of discovery. It is an archaeological journey, and bits and pieces disclose just those.
I had a terrible life. I was, in my earlier and sillier years, I was completely enslaved to every substance going, I think, left, right and centre. I'd find myself up at 3 a.m, jabbering a load of rubbish to a load of people I didn't even know or care about.
I found on my journey that Star was a big help to me, adult social care. Also, I used to keep a journal which I would take down to the beach with me, and I'd find myself sitting writing for hours upon hours, not wanting to return to the place I was living at the time. My children was there to help push me along on my way, but I thought I'd completely lost it.
Yeah, this was very important, and the creative writing group is fantastic, actually. I love coming here. I look forward to it every week, and it means I've got something to do during the week. I have to produce something when I come down here, and that's so good because I love writing. I like, poetry. I've always loved poetry. I've always been writing poetry. When I was at school, I ran the poetry magazine.
When I was young, I kind of got into music one way or another. I played the bugle in the Boys' Brigade, and I played the trombone and various brass instruments because that's what you did. I was born and brought up around Leeds, Bradford area, and that was what you did.
I think that if you only had one thing that kept you together, maybe that wouldn't be enough. For me, there's like about 5 different things. And one of the main ones, which not a lot of other people seem to have, but with me it's the idea of science and to be able to change addictions in a rational way. And there's a whole science to do with habits and routines, and I read a lot about how to kind of rewire your brain, and I feel like I'm doing that, but it takes time, so you've got to stick with it. You've got to stay calm and stay rational even when you want to go back to the old behaviour. You just got to retrain your habits, and I'm doing it. I'm getting there, I think.
Where I was in the road of drug addiction, it's quite a shameful thing. It's not something you can just be open and talk with other people about. Yeah, I didn't want to do groups. I didn't want to talk to people about it. I just wanted someone to give me like a list. This is what you've got to do, and do it. And I would have done anything I could to get out of that, out of where I was in my life. But it's not a quick fix. You have got to reach out to people, even though it's the last thing you really want to do. But if you can't really do it on your own. You need someone to fill a void, because when you stop taking drugs, and you've lived a cycle, your friends, everything you do is related to drugs. So you have to take that out of the equation, and what's left is a big hole, and there's not a lot left. There's this tiny bit of integrity that you found in yourself that gives you like a boost of drive, saying, I want to take my life in this direction.
Art can be a form of that, singing can be a form of it. Anything that keeps you going and ended up you need to keep your mind active. Seaview is actually one of the best places. It's got a gym, it's got all the help you can do, and you can end up meeting some good friends as well. I'm sitting in Seaview today to tell you that I used to be an alcoholic. I'm now 8 years clear of alcohol and all substances. My life used to be alcohol. Before, and I came down to Hastings area and ended up looking around and thinking, yeah, lovely place, drinkers galore.
I tell you what keeps me going, and that is the creative writing group, because it is so democratic, because we decide the direction in which we want to go, and because the writing that has come out of that group has taught me so much, and most especially it has given me back my voice.
I became homeless, and at that point in time it would have been so easy to go back to taking the drugs and getting off my face, and I really nearly went down that road, but then I come to Seaview and I just felt safe here. I could be here, I could stay away from the alcohol scene.
We would like to, the license inside of it, we would like pictures on the actual beer or whatever, wines, anything like that. What you've got on cigarettes at the moment is what we want on the bottles.
I used to find myself picking up a guitar at 3 in the morning when I'd run out of things to say. And long after the drug addiction's gone way, I still got the urge and the inspiration to play the guitar, and I think it saved my life. Now I'm able to pass on that bit of information and teach other people to play a few simple chords, and hopefully, it did. It inspired me to think of other things rather than getting off my head. Yes, music saved my life.
I had to take myself off and find my own support when I found it in Kelly, a lady called Kelly. She'd done things like film clubs, we'd go for picnics and walks, which would clear my mind, and we'd be able to talk, have one-to-one chats, which was really helpful, especially on my low days.
So that sounds a bit like normal life.
Yeah, it is normal. If you can find someone that, when you're really in a bad position, just that one person that's there to listen to you, to help you is great. It's what you need. And also the creative writing group. I used to come here once a week, and I used to look forward to doing that.
Also though, I go to AA, which I find quite an irrational approach. I don't believe in the God stuff, and I do it to keep me out of trouble, and I put here, I've got a great propensity to get into trouble.
Yeah, I think it's alright to find things funny as well as terrible.
Yeah, I thought
sometimes they wake you up, don't they?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I know. I should have learned from when I used to be around the house thinking, I ended up turning out like her. In the end, he drove me to it as well. You know.
So, yeah, best thing I've experienced in a long time. Recovery is not retrieving time lost, but abandoning it. for what was called time future, the future perfect I shall have been.